I think obviously Griff probably would have been watching that heat this morning, and Kelly looks like he's on.
He does. Last elimination round heat here will feature Rio Waida, who's been surfing incredibly well through the Australian leg. He's in the red jersey, the Indonesian.
Yeah, what's going to happen with this wind later on today as we look at Deivid Silva. This is a replay of his wave. Straight up into the lip there for a couple of cracks on his backhand. Getting busy through the inside here. And he's in a must-win situation.
We'll be out there in the white. And we see Rio having a look at one. Just give us a bit of a rundown on the conditions today, Flick. Nice crack to kick this one off. And again, this wave provides. So he has found one under priority here. And managed to get himself a number of good hits in.
That was really well done. I'm impressed with that. That first turn was really well timed. Get down here. This first turn for me, this is what it was all about. Just straight up into the lip. Got a beautiful release out of the fins there. Cracks it up there for another hit. And another little vertical tap there on the inside. So this was really great. This first turn for me, this was the money. Right here, perfectly timed. You can see the fins just fully released there. Gets a beautiful drift across the lip. And at this moment, just textbook backhand surfing. Beautifully timed. You can see that back half of his board just releases out of the back of the wave. That was really well done, under priority too.
Yeah, Deivid Silva, caught the attention of Kelly Slater with his backhand approach. Kelly was like, this guy's got one of the best backhand hits on tour. So much power, really precise timing. And it's one of the reasons that Deivid Silva's on the Slater Designs team. So, got on those boards. And, yeah, like I said, he never really got the ball rolling in the opening round.
Rio and Matt have both come off great results at Bells. So they're in great form as we see Matt up and riding.
McGillivray winds through a big carve to get started. Up into the pocket now. Loses that front foot. He's going to go down. He's got great memories from this venue. Semi-finaling in 2021 and 2022. Got his head right in the game. On the outside, we saw Rio get a wave. Here's the replay.
Yeah, this is Rio. Bit more of a horizontal approach to the start of this one. Funky little tail slide there and hits that really difficult section there at the end and just gets bucked off.
And it is Deivid Silva bouncing back nicely after a bit of a shocker in the first round. Rio Waida, I mentioned it earlier, was unlucky not to progress through to that round of 32. But Matty McGillivray's up. Big opening turn here. Can he combo it? He does well. Always navigates his way through those late hits.
Let's have a look here. This one was a smaller inside wave. Matty wanted it. Goes straight up into the carve, and then that really late tap there at the end. His first opening manoeuvre was done really nicely. Really well timed. You can see he buried half that board in the face of that wave. Brings it around, and then this last manoeuvre, this is what we're talking about. He's so late here. I mean, this thing's basically already broken, and he's just got such great body awareness. And then compression over that front foot, just really riding out in front of that foam. So much knowledge and experience, so many years. This happened during that interview. This was Deivid Silva looking really good on the backhand. Brings it through to the inside here, but he got a fall.
Oh.
So he got a bit hung up there on that last section. We'll get back to that. This is Matty getting busy. Big opening slash there. Straight up into the lip for another rooster tail, and then just finishing off here on this inside section. Gets another little hit, and behind him, Rio. Big opening carve there. Drops down for another one. And he's looking to bring it through to the inside. This one backing off just that little bit, but he wants to get a little bit more of a finish.
Something's not working out for him at the moment. Just hasn't had a wave that's allowed him to really sink that rail in and get some big assaults happening on the critical sections of these waves as Deivid Silva gets going again. There's that big backhand blast from the Brazilian. Way back in 33rd spot on the ratings, trying to save his place with a win here at Margaret River.
So shallow. Oh.
Checking out his feet. They've got full control riding out of those final manoeuvres. And, Deivid Silva probably took it a little far there.
Oof, right onto the inside. That second turn there was really well timed. First one for me, he got tiny little bit hung up there, and it's so easy to do on these offshore mornings here at Mainbrae. He'll be trying to find those waves that stand up a bit more and give him that steeper section.
Having a look at this one on the outside, Rio, which sees Matty McGillivray use his priority. Just attacking the first section, came up under the lip a little bit, it sort of threw him off. Having a look at that one, but Deivid Silva, he'll have a swing at it. Trying to better a 617, really has to attack this wave. It's a smaller insider. And he could probably kick off that one, and he does. But Rio and Matt McGillivray both.
So awesome, as we see, one more roll of the dice here maybe.
Well, let's see if he can get it done with an excellent number here. Rio Waida after an 8.37. Better start for him on this one. Good looking wall standing up. He hammers the pocket. That's a good ride.
I need to watch that again, but this was beautiful wave. This was a beautiful wave. Stood up here, really beautiful carve, and he just goes straight up into the lip, comes down. Oof, is that enough control?
Oh, it's the
touch and go.
It's the lumps and boils on the inside riding out. If you have a look at the replay of the first turn, I'd say this isn't as strong as what we saw from Matt McGillivray and Deivid Silva. He kind of pivoted on the move. He didn't really hold that rail, but he wanted to get to this section. That's why he let go of it early.
Yeah, this moment here sort of rides out of it.
There's a little lump just here.
But just here, I don't know about that. As we have a look at what Rio got done on the left, and just a bit too deep there, that one running off without him. So that'll be all she wrote for Rio.
You know, it's a monumental mountain that he's trying to get to the top of. But he's getting the job done here in the elimination round. Here we go, Matt McGillivray up. After a 5.04, just falls out of the sky after that first crack. Snaps it in the pocket for the second move, brings it through to the inside. And we'll see if that's enough to see him up into that number one position. He'd just be happy to maintain a position in the top two, though, at this point.
And this is what Matt got done. Just so laid up into that lip. Air drops down, gets around this section, gets a little release on the fins there, and gets a finish. So
has to be rewarded by the panel. 6.5 for him. He's up in the first. Deivid Silva survives the elimination round in second. We say goodbye to Rio Waida, who'll wait and see how far down the ladder he falls as this event rolls on. And we've got the round of 32 coming up next.